Hello students, this course is for second year botany students, semester 3, course code BOC 104 and course title Plant Physiology. Title of the unit is Unit 1 Plant Water Relations and module name Importance of Water, and myself is Professor Sangeeta Sankarkar from Parvatibai Chogule College of Arts and Science, Madgaon, Goa. Outline of this lecture are available forms of water to the plant, status of water content in the plant parts, amount of water and metabolic activity, importance of water to the plant life, and ways of water uptake by the plant. We shall also learn concept of diffusion, osmosis and imbibition. Learning outcomes. You would able to relate water status in various plant parts, understand the relationship of water to metabolic activity, describe the overall importance of water to plant life, and list important processes by which water is taken up by the plant and describe these processes like diffusion, osmosis and imbibition. So, water and its available forms. Let us see this. We all know plant is in direct contact with water. This water, ideally, we talk about pure water which is colorless, odorless liquid. However, other forms of water available are rain, river and spring water. These waters have dissolved substances in it, and once the water is taken up by the plant system, this water in the plant cell exists in two forms, free water and bound water. Free water is that water in the plant cell which is not tightly bound to the components of the cell. It is more liquid in nature and it has ability to move freely in the plant. This water accounts for the metabolism in the plant and it is taken as solvent and it can easily freeze under certain conditions. However, bound water on the contrary is chemically bound to the components of the cell. It does not move freely in the plant cell and it does not have metabolic role. So, what is the relationship of water to metabolic activity of the plant? The growth of the plant, its metabolism and resistance all depends on the ratio of free water to bound water. Higher the ratio, higher will be the metabolism in the plant. So also, faster is the plant growth, but the plants are low in resistance. Why this could be? This is because the protoplasm is solvent here. However, when the ratio of free water to bound water is lower, the plant shows low metabolism. They are slower in growth, but these plants will be highly resistant. You can take an example of a xerophyte. Okay, so here in xerophytic systems, they are slow growing, they have slow metabolism because protoplasm is a gel here. What is the status of water in plant parts? Different plant parts show different amount of water. For example, the tender stem and root account for maximum amount of water. The functional leaves almost 70 to 90% of water. Tree stem 40 to 50%. Buds have about 40. Wind-dried seeds about 14% maximum, and fully dried seeds will have very low amount of water, which is 4%, which account for their viability as well as account for their storage conditions. So, let's see in detail what is the importance of water to the plant as such. Water forms the major component of the protoplasm of the plant cell. So, almost about 70 to 90% of water in the plant cell is protoplasm. Then, water is the best solvent for absorption and transportation. It's a medium for amount of molecules to move within and between the cells. Water also forms the substrate for the various biochemical reactions in the plant. Reactions such as hydrolysis, hydration, dehydration, all would happen in the plant cell only in presence of water. To name a good example, like photosynthesis, we have a biochemical reaction. Raw material here is water. Again, water helps the plant to maintain its shape. The turgidity and flaccidity condition of the plant cell on account of uptake of water and giving out of water. This is all because of availability of water. Water thus stabilizes the structural organization of biomolecules, molecules like proteins, lipids, etc. And when water is absorbed by the plant cell, this water also builds up some amount of pressure within the cell. This pressure is called as turgor pressure. This turgor pressure influences number of physiological processes in plants such as enlargement of cell, movement of stomata, then transport of solutes within the phloem, transport process in cell membrane, and maintaining the shape of the plant tissue. Germination, another phenomena where water has direct role. Various complex food substances which are stored in the seed, they would break down into simple forms only in presence of water. Unless the seed get hydrated, no germination of the seed can take place. As such, water plays very important role in terms of agricultural productivity. Water is an essential component, hence, in completing life cycle of not only lower plant forms but also even the aquatic higher plant forms. Transpiration is another important phenomena where water has a major role. This is a phenomena where plant balances its leaf temperature. This is a phenomena where it dissipates the excess of heat, and it's estimated that a leaf exchanges almost up to 100% of its water per hour on a warm, sunny and dry day. In a lifetime, it is estimated that water equivalent to 100 times of fresh water of the plant may be lost through the leaf surfaces, and this loss of water accounts for dissipating the excess heat, thereby plant is able to maintain the leaf temperature. Now let us see what are the processes by which this water enters the plant system. There are three major processes: diffusion, osmosis and imbibition. Of this, diffusion and osmosis account for maximum water uptake. Now diffusion, it is defined physiologically as movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. You can read this diagram, and within the diagram you can make out that molecules, they diffuse from a high concentration to a lower concentration. Diffusion of molecules can occur in various media such as solid, liquid and gases. So this is a physiological definition: free molecular movement of gases, liquids or solids from high to low concentration. This movement of molecules could be due to internal or external force. The force is kinetic energy or molecular collisions, and as the molecules diffuse, they would develop diffusion pressure. Good examples are perfume, carbon dioxide or oxygen gas, and KMNO4, which could be an example for solid molecular diffusion. Like if you open a perfume bottle in one corner of the room, you will find, the smell would reach to the extreme corner. This is because molecules have diffused across the medium. This is a way one can demonstrate diffusion simply. Diffusion of solids is shown in this figure here, where you can simply put some crystals of KMNO4 or any other crystal dye in a pure water, and you will find the molecules start diffusing. Whereas when you have a liquid and you dispense the liquid in another liquid, then the diffusion will be faster. As such, it is seen that diffusion of gases is the fastest, followed by liquids and then the solids. Factors like temperature, concentration of diffusing medium, size of diffusing molecules and solubility of solutes play important role as far as diffusion is concerned. Higher the temperature, higher will be diffusion. If the medium is concentrated, diffusion is slow. If the diffusing particle size is bigger, diffusion again is slower. And the solubility also matters. So what is the importance? Importance of diffusion is it helps the plant to undertake gaseous exchange. Exactly what happens during respiration and photosynthesis. It also helps for passive water uptake. And besides that, stomatal transpiration, which also happens due to water vapor diffusion. Osmosis, very important phenomena. Physiologically, it is defined as diffusion of water or solvent molecules from low concentration to a high concentration. However, here there is a semi-permeable membrane involved, and plant systems being best examples of osmotic system because they possess a semi-permeable plasma membrane. As the molecules diffuse here, there is buildup of osmotic pressure in the plant cell, and if we take pure water, we find osmotic pressure of pure water is always higher. This is an example wherein we can show demonstration of osmosis. This is also called Tissel funnel experiment. You can take pure water in a beaker and a funnel which contains concentrated sugars. Tie the mouth of the funnel with a parchment paper which can act as a membrane here and clamp it to a stand. You also note down the amount of sugar solution inside the funnel. What you observe is there will be movement of water from pure water to that of the concentrated solution. So, the movement occurs from pure water to a concentrated solution inside, increasing the level of water inside. So, this is a phenomena to demonstrate osmosis simply in a laboratory conditions. Factors that affect osmosis: concentration of solute particles. Concentrated the solution, higher is osmotic pressure. Temperature again plays important role. Higher the temperature, higher osmotic pressure, and vice versa. Ionization of solutes. Solute in ionic form would increase the concentration of osmotic pressure. Light may have a indirect role on osmotic pressure because in presence of light, sugars will be synthesized which account for increasing the concentration, and this in turn results in increasing the concentration of the protoplasm, thus increasing osmotic pressure of the cell. So, these are the significances of osmosis. It helps in water absorption by the root from the soil, cell to cell movement of water and dissolved substances, opening and closing of stomata, turgidity and flaccidity conditions which influence the shape and size of the plant cell, and also account for resistance of plant to drought and frost. Imbibition is the last phenomena. Simply, this refers to dead objects or dead tissues which swell on taking up of a liquid. As they take the liquid, they increase in their size and volume. This is mainly because of the colloidal systems of these molecules. Good examples of imbibition are sponge and dry wood, which just swells when they take up water. And these molecules, as they take up the water and they swell, they can also be called as imbibants. They may also generate imbibition pressure. So, in summary, what we have in our lecture today is we have learnt water plays a significant role in plant life. We have seen various processes like diffusion and osmosis that are very important with respect to uptake of water and transport of water across the plant system. These are the references you can follow. Thank you.